you two shut the fuck up?
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one.
Good to see you.
Susan needs to come back in and re-record that intro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bro.
Instead of, would you?
We should just
You
insert.
two shut the fuck up.
No, we should just insert.
Says-
Leave it. Would you? Yeah. Would you two shut the fuck up? We just changed 2 to one of us going 4.
Perfect.
Would you 4 shut the fuck up? Perfect.
Oh, it's
Edited.
gonna be
Seamless.
So good.
Welcome
So
back
good.
to Music and Mayhem,
Yes, with Black Tooth Grin.
the podcast where we talk about literally fucking everything
Yes.
except for politics and religion. We're
Yes.
not gonna make that fucking mistake again.
Not again.
No.
We got a partial party in the back. Party in the back
Yeah.
there. Make some noise.
I know you guys are louder than that. I do. I've heard it myself.
Save it for the live show. That's how you talk to a live crowd.
Oh.
Not 2 pretty girls
That's what
sitting
I'm
in the
used
back.
to.
God
Just
damn, you know,
practicing.
save it for the fucking podcast. Save it for the show. Save it for the live. Fuck, man. Can't even fucking say anything anymore.
Be funny later.
Jesus
you
Christ.
feel
you know?
censored?
Don't
Yeah.
be so funny right now. What are you doing?
Jesus Christ.
So, how you guys been all week?
Really fucking good.
Yeah, really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a. Oh.
What happened?
So
Go
so I'm sitting here saying I'm really good, but
Yeah.
one of the houses I'm building got fucking vandalized by a drywaller, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
And you know how much I hate drywall.
Scumbags.
did he come back in and repossess his work?
So
or
here's
what?
the deal. I'm going to show you
I
pictures.
heard that.
I'm going to show you pictures, but long story short, you're going to be able to confirm this. I had 2 windows broken out
Yes.
in the front, 1 window broken out on the side, but where the stucco is on the corner, somebody hit it with a fucking hatchet.
Drywall hatchet?
Yeah, I'm gonna assume because one of the
On
drywallers.
purpose, or?
Oh yeah. I had a subcontractor subcontract them, and then they got a dispute over some money, and so on. And dude says, "Well, I'm gonna get you to pay somehow." And next thing you know, my fucking house I'm building gets vandalized
I did that once with a hatchet in a window. Exact same
in
story.
front of the superintendent, though.
Yeah, well, I got blamed for a broken window, and I said, I didn't break that fucking window. And he said, yes, you did. And I said, no, I fucking didn't. And he goes, yes, you fucking did. And so I pulled my hatchet out of my belt and threw it through the window, and I was like, there, now I fucking broke it.
Yeah,
It was a
that's
beautiful
how it's
moment.
fucking done. See, I wish that's how it would happen.
Yeah.
Is that when you guys were playing job site golf or whatever you were talking about?
No, I actually, oh, dude. Fucking Steven and I used to throw a golf ball around a job site. We'd bet money. You'd set a hole up in the upstairs bedroom, and whoever could get it into the mud box in the upstairs bedroom around the course on the job site with a real golf ball. It was like miniature golf in a construction site, is what it was.
That's fucking perfect.
I busted a brand new fucking window in a cabin in McCall. I had to pay for that shit.
That's totally my
It's
bad.
gonna happen.
Yeah. How about you, Lou? How was your week?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Just gonna get right into it. You know,
Just like my fucking proctologist says, let's dive on in.
let's have a look.
Dive on in.
Yeah. Well, you know, Lions lost, and so it's been a rough week. You know, but
Are we diving into Lou's Sports Corner already?
Well, I've,
you know,
Let's do it. Let's go Lou Sports Corner. Everybody hold up here real quick. Are you ready, Jeremy?
Yeah, dude, watch this shit.
You ready, Lou?
all right.
Lou's Sports Corner!
That's rad.
I worked on that all
that's
fucking
good.
day.
That's good. Thank you. Thank you. That's quite the introduction.
I know, dude, the Lions lost. We were all
Yeah.
rooting for you, too.
You know, Audrey was like, she's like, I feel like I fucked it up because we went all out. She made chicken wings and little smokies and some ghetto dip, and had, you know, hoodie and all the Lions swag added out, which I never do.
Oh, you
for a
turned your
game.
kitchen blue? I saw
Oh,
that
dude,
shit.
yeah.
I saw that
yeah,
photo.
you had the
Yeah,
blue deal in
And
there, yeah.
fucking, you know, thought the Lions were going to show out, and they didn't show up.
she can't decide that's her fault. I figured it was my fault because I haven't watched a game all season, and I sat down and watched that one for you, and I figured I fucked it up.
we
Like,
jinxed it.
superstition.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have watched it.
They came on strong. They came out fucking hard. I was like, all right. And then that went, oh.
It looked like it was going to be a shootout, man, but they couldn't slow down a runny nose, so fucking, yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
it was rough.
What's your prediction for the Super Bowl?
I like the Bills and the Reds and the Commanders.
Oh, did you almost make a racial slur in this day and age? Can you even say it anymore?
I was going to say the red team, but
The red pant
Yeah.
guys.
The guys with the red and yellow
All
pants
right.
on.
Bills and
Commanders.
football
Commanders.
team. Washington football regulation
football.
team.
Guys.
Yeah. All right.
It could be Eagles. I don't know.
Mm.
You know, I just don't want the Chiefs to be there.
Yeah,
fucking
none
tired
of
of
us
the
do.
Chiefs.
None of us do.
Remember when we were
Fuck those
kids and we
guys.
got so fucking tired of the Cowboys every year, like Emmett Smith, Troy Aikman era of Cowboys?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it became the Patriots.
It's
We were
been the
like,
Patriots
fucking
for the last
no,
half a
fuck
decade.
that. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when the Patriots were cheaters?
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Now
catch
it's
any of that?
Goddamn.
Oh,
Chiefs.
yeah. The Deflate
Oh,
Gate
yeah.
and whatever.
Deflate
they-
Gate.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I'm
And
a
then they were
Raiders fan,
spying. They
so
were
like
spying
we
on
don't remember play. I wasn't alive the last time we played a Super Bowl.
You know that Tom Brady is partial owner of the Raiders.
Fuck.
That makes it even fucking
There you
worse.
I know.
Have you seen the roast of Tom Brady?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Great piece of entertainment.
That is
Yep.
one of the best things I've ever seen. When that comedian, I forget his name, but he gets up. And,
Jeff Ross. Maybe.
no, and he Tony, Kill Tony.
Oh.
That guy, and he gets up and he's talking to that one gal, the black gal who's lesbian, and he's talking back and forth, and he looks at her and he goes, you don't, basically, I'm not going to get that vulgar because we're trying to chill it out, but he goes, hell no on it. Dude, I lost my fucking mind.
I just-
Like when that Nikki chick, when Kevin Hart was announcing
Yeah.
that, and she and he was like, "Here's Nikki Glacier or whatever her name,"
Glazier.
and she was like, "Thank you, 15 cent."
Dude, she is hilarious.
I recently saw a really funny interview. Conan's got his own podcast.
Oh, dude.
He's in contest with us boys.
Love.
He had
love
Jeffrey
Conan.
Ross on, and Jeffrey Ross told this great story. I'll try to keep it as short as I can. Told this great story about B. Arthur, who is like a fucking goddess to me. Party in the back, B. Arthur. B. Arthur. It was one of the early roasts when he was just first starting to put this shit together with these old comedians and shit. And B. Arthur was there in this great big on the dais, they call that, with everybody, right?
Yeah.
And nobody had roasted her at all. And he got up and said something. I don't even fucking remember the joke. I really should not have even brought this up. But yeah, somebody else fucking find the
Find
video
it,
and
yeah.
watch it. No, he told a great story about B. Arthur, and I'm gonna remember the joke halfway through this podcast.
He's the king of the fucking roast, though. He is.
Something
That's all
about
he's
it
good
was
at.
something about B. Arthur's dick, and he was like everybody laughed and laughed and laughed, and he was terrified that he had offended her, and so she came to his town and was doing her one woman show thing, and he bought a ticket to it and went and took her flowers and shit, and he didn't even know if she'd recognize him. He gets backstage, gets to talk to her and shit, and he goes, "Miss Arthur, I don't know if you remember, but I totally roasted your ass at the thing." And she turns and she goes, "Yeah, you got me, you prick." It's just like a great story about B. Arthur.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
He's brutal.
Oh, he's great though.
Oh, yeah.
I love that they fall very much into the rule of comedy that everything has to be able to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing can be off limits, dude. That's how South Park has stayed relevant all these years.
Yeah.
You have to
Oh,
pick
and
on
they-
literally
they're
everything.
going to hell. Those dudes are going to
Oh,
hell.
well, dude, but they also are comedic fucking geniuses because they fall to the rule of nothing is sacred. Everything fucking has to be able to be funny.
Oh yeah, watch Orgasmo.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Watch Orgasmo.
Carlin said it best. He said, fucking everything has to be able to be funny. He said, look, I can make rape funny. Picture Porky Pig raping Albert Fudd. It's all context, right?
Yeah.
You ever
that
seen
is.
the Marvelous Miss Basil?
I don't
yeah.
believe I have seen this.
Oh, yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, it's kind of about the same thing. Stand-up comedians for that time really pushing, the boundaries.
Oh,
and,
sure.
Yeah, like actually getting arrested for using
Lenny
vulgarity,
Bruce and
Yep.
guys like
Hell
that,
yeah.
dude. I'm a huge fan of Lenny Bruce
Yeah.
because
Well, yeah, he's
That
fucking got arrested more than once.
just for
Just
existing,
for saying
his material.
for saying cuss words.
Yeah,
Yep,
absolutely.
100%. And here we are streaming shit with the word
Shit
fuck all over the place.
Dick butt.
Yeah,
Penis.
dick butt, penis fuck shit. It's good.
Oh, the 7-year-old in me is like, dude, you get to say whatever you want. Dick butt, shit ass butthole.
Penis, shit, fart sniffer.
High quality content.
It really is.
Thanks for tuning into the Fart Sniffer Butthole Show.
So speaking of how our weeks went,
You are all now dumber now for
Yeah.
having heard this.
Nobody's asked me how my week was.
yeah, how was your week?
I'm still in mourning. I'm still in mourning. We lost a very creative superpower of creativity, Mr. David Lynch. Cheers
Yep,
to David
cheers
Lynch.
to David Lynch.
I've got my Twin Peaks type swag on right now.
Oh, nice.
This logo was made by a local artist somewhere in Astoria, by the way.
Oh yeah.
We walked into a magic shop, and he also had T-shirts he made, and it smelled like cat pee in there. So, great
Oh,
store.
Is it
Smells
also
like
a
cat pee.
record store?
Nope. Record store is right across the street.
Was that magic
Downtown
shop where
Astoria.
that dude wanted to take you home real bad?
No,
Whoa.
that was in Seattle on the pier.
Hey,
That was every
that's-
magic shop
that's
you've
a-
ever walked
That's
into.
a great podcast story. Let's delve into that.
He was like, "You want to see a magic trick?" Jeremy's like, "Sure." And he's like, "Hey."
Dude, we walked. Well, I'm a fucking magic nerd. I love it. I fucking love trying to figure out how he's making my brain think he's not doing that, but I know he's not fucking doing that, right? Whatever the trick is. So we it sounds like I just love being sexually assaulted. I don't know how he's doing that, but I love how
I don't
he's
know
doing it.
how his penis is in my mouth, but it's not really
What
happening.
It's an
Hocus
illusion.
pocus.
We walked into the magic shop at the pier, and this dude was just ecstatic to show us some magic.
Oh, yeah.
And the girls in Hyatt thought he was absolutely just trying to take me out for a nice lunch and be nice to me for the afternoon. I don't think it was that. I think he just saw that I was a fellow magic enthusiast.
He didn't
Sure.
notice anybody else was in the room.
He was like, "Hot salad
all-
sandwich. I'll show you a magic
He's all
trick."
twinkly eyed and shit.
Fuck yeah, he was all
Fuck you.
bad.
Well,
Just start
dude,
calling you Idaho, like, "Hey, Idaho, how you doing?"
I bought a bunch of shit from him, so whatever his fucking snake oil spiel was, I fucking.
Did you flirt with him so you could get a discount?
I mean, I batted these
Get-
baby
get
blues a
yeah,
little
boy.
bit.
Yeah, boy. I would.
Bring up obscure magicians no one remembers from the 80s. No, that was fun. I love Seattle. I've been to Seattle quite a few times.
I've been once.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's an epic little town if you can get past the fucking homeless
Oh,
encampments
man.
full of fentanyl people.
One of many
About like
weird
Portland.
shits that we've seen on the road. Yeah.
Oh, Portland. Boy, do I have one for you, friend.
I love Portland.
Here's a
Even still,
Here's a Portland encounter I'd like to share with everybody. We were fucking partying, man. We were having a great time. I found a tiny little dildo like this big.
you
and
didn't touch it, did you?
Oh, I did way more than touch
oh,
it.
buddy.
He's got pictures of it all. It went on the rest of the vacation
It's
with us.
still in my suitcase to this day. It's lucky. Brought it home, yes. But I'll tell you why. Because we were up in the hotel room and I got drunk and thought it'd be funny to throw it at traffic. So I'm throwing this tiny, and I mean tiny, like 2-inch little penis, rubber penis out the window. We fucking continue to party in the Portland hotel room. Decide later we want to go down and find that awesome little food court in the park. Remember, with all the trailers and shit?
When the riots were going on.
Yeah, allegedly the riots were going on during that time. It was during I don't want to say the word. It was during that pandemic,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
So we were like, this is a good time to vacation. Nobody's doing shit. Nobody be in lines for anything. It was a great time. Anyways, so we're partying around and walking through a park, just minding our own fucking business, totally drunk as shit, 3 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. And we're walking to fucking TC elbows me. And she's like, hey, what do you think of that? And I turn and I look up and I see like this big elephant sculpture or like it's an elephant sculpture, big concrete elephant. We're
Yeah, it
in the
was an
middle of that
elephant.
park, right? And I look and I was like, that's neat. And she's all, no, that. And I look next to it and it was like, meh, mom. There's this poor fucking white woman just laying there covered in filth, like black from her feet to the top of her head, just like rolling around looking for drugs.
Dude, naked ass up.
Butt fucking naked. Just
Oh.
asshole showing to the world. TC thought it'd be funny. Hey, why don't you have to think of that for the rest of your fucking life?
Yeah, she was
now?
just beyond the elephant statue. So your eyes had to pull focus. You're like, oh yeah, that's a statue. And then
did-
you pull focus 50 more feet and it's
It did
all
the Hitchcock
butthole.
trick, the Spielberg Jaws trick, where it fucking flash zooms.
We
You're
were-
like, oh no, fucking PTSD.
Remember we were talking
That's
about
sad.
what
That's-
gets a
that's
person.
bummer.
We were talking about what brings a person to that
Oh,
life.
we gave her an
to that-
entire fucking backstory.
what brings a person to that lifestyle, and I decided maybe it was by choice. You know, I mean, people say it could be maybe she got off her job at Wells Fargo. She's probably a banker or whatever, and she was like, "Shit, I'm late. I have to be asked up in like 20 minutes."
The sun's about
in the
to go
park.
down.
Yeah, the sun's going down. I mean, who knows? It just could have been a side.
See you
gig.
guys on Monday. I'm gonna go smoke some crystal meth with my butthole out by an elephant statue. Like literally, I just watched a video the other day of that where the guy got in the elevator, loosened his fucking tie, pulled his fucking light bulb out of his pocket, started rolling bowls in
Jesus.
the elevator before he even hit the fucking parking garage. He was like, he could not wait to party.
That's
At
a
least
rough
he-
day at work,
I mean,
dude.
at least he went to work.
Rough day at work.
You know, go see big cities and do fun things, but
Yeah.
stay away from places they call like the Tenderloin District. And fuck, you went to Detroit,
I don't
Lou.
know.
How was that?
Oh, dude, Detroit was awesome.
Was it a shithole anywhere?
I mean, there was places, you know,
I mean,
there
like,
was
it's a big-
spots that were shitholes,
Yeah.
but, you know, there were spots, even in the daytime, it's like, we probably shouldn't be walking through here, you know?
Hey, don't go fucking
But,
down that alley to pee on a dumpster, please.
But, yeah, we went to Third Man Records. Like, to get there, you know, you had to kind of walk through some shitty areas. But,
Oh, yeah.
no, it was good. There was a story when we were in Portland, though. We just left this restaurant. It was right around the corner from our hotel. I don't remember what district we were in. But we're walking down the sidewalk and walking past this business and look over and see two gentlemen with a crowbar prying this fucking door open to a business, right?
They look like Harry and Marv
And
from
it's just
Home
like,
Alone.
"Fuck, dude." And it was just kind of like side eye it and like, oh no, didn't see that. We're just gonna keep on fucking walking, right? Then you see a couple homeless people, you know, and it's like, fuck,
And pie-
why,
Oh, dude.
why did we come down here, you know?
Turn
And
around,
then
turn
we
around.
round the corner to our hotel, and we hear this fucking saxophone just fucking jamming. We get closer, and he's got tap shoes on too.
Oh shit, yeah, you
And
did.
it was like, dude, we stayed out there for like 20 minutes just
Oh, yeah.
listening. Went up to our hotel room, opened the window, we could hear it from our fucking room,
Mm-hmm.
and just got to chill there and listen to it for like another 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, that's why we go to Portland. That's
yeah.
fucking cool.
Portland
you-
gets weird.
You don't find that kind of shit like where we're from. You don't. There's
Thank
not quite that
God.
much.
Honestly, downtown
Well, I'm talking
boys.
about like the sax. I'm not talking about
Oh,
the
no.
butthole crack smoker.
No, dude.
You know what I mean?
The butthole crack smoker?
Yeah, but we don't have, you know, Boise's yet to have like that kind of like consistent artist out on a street, you know,
Oh,
just
yeah,
doing their thing or sitting on their porch in their, you know, loft apartment somewhere, you know. And
My favorite one every time you go to a big city like that's the guy trying to fucking hand you his mixtape, his CD, and he hands it, like sticks it out, and the average tourist just is like, okay, cool, thank you, and grabs it. And
and
fucking,
he's like, now that's $10.
yeah, where's my $20?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
There's some great scams. The Hare Krishna guys, not the Hare Krishna guys, the Buddhist-looking monk guys now walk up to you. When we were in Vegas, walk up to you, try to tie the bracelet around your thing, and they're like, no, please, please, please. They keep trying to do it, and then as soon as they tie it around your bracelet, they want $20, and now you can't get this piece of fucking Chinese shit off your hand.
Get your pocket knife out and cut it off.
Just fuck, dude. Like,
What about that dude that jumps out the Bushman in the San Francisco Wharf?
that motherfucker would get drop kicked with my boots.
That's what I said.
I would
dude.
get so scared. My initial reaction
If
would be
some
like,
bush jumped out at me, I'm kicking its fucking ass.
I would
Like,
fucking
I would
immediately.
freak the fuck
There's
out.
a portion of my brain that immediately would start shouting like Macho Man. Oh yeah, fucking coming at me like a bush, and I would just.
I've
fucking-
actually, I've actually
I
heard
would
you
tackle-
yell.
Whoa,
I've heard you yell. Yeah, fuck yeah.
You have to say something rad like it's a
Yes.
90s action
I think
movie,
I-
like you just met the hedge trimmers.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, dude. I actually was sitting in that little restaurant right above where the Bushman jumps out. And I was sitting in there and I was watching this guy scare the shit out of all these people.
Yeah.
And the waiter comes over and I was talking to him and he's like, oh, he goes, that motherfucker makes like 80 grand a year from
Oh,
tips
yeah, sure.
from people doing that. And then like one block away, there's some guy who has no clue how to play a bass, but he stole one. And he's got this bass guitar and a tiny little gorilla amp cranked all the way up. And all he's doing is just like dancing. I mean, I want some of that in this area. I'd
Oh,
like to
my
see
favorite
that.
one. We were walking down the fucking street, and there was this really dirty girl, just gross, like, ugh. And she had her little boombox sitting there, and she was like dancing to a Rihanna song and trying to fucking like lip sync to it, and had her little hat out there for money. And I was like, I want to help her, but like I can't support that sort of behavior.
You were trying to
no.
busk. Was it? Where was
We
that?
were in Reno.
Yeah, yeah. Jeremy was busking about.
I wrote a
around
fucking.
Reno.
I wrote a song called "Give Me $1."
Yeah.
And I would just walk around Reno with this fucking guitar, and I'd be like, If you know what's good for you, you're gonna give me $1.
I don't think he was doing it right. People
I
just
just-
walked faster.
They did.
I
They
see
ran
you
from
looking at me now. You're walking away, and I see you got legs, and if you want them to keep working, you should probably give me $1.
He got a few giggles.
I'd be like, I give you $1 to shut the fuck up.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
see,
that
that's
dollar.
the good one.
See, it worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
Fuck yeah. So we were talking earlier about how our weeks went,
Oh yeah.
and I had an idea earlier because I had a couple of really weird things that happened this week, or observations, if you will. The first one's kind of a little short deal, but I was sitting at the old McDonald's drive-thru that you love, grabbing a breakfast sandwich,
I fucking hate McDonald's.
and they got a
drive-thrus. Go
picture
ahead.
of John Cena
How'd
representing.
how'd you even see it?
It's on the little fucking menu board, and there's John Cena right there with like a
But you
bag of
can't
McDonald's.
see John Cena.
Oh, I can see him. And he's right there being a spokesperson.
From McDonald's?
That motherfucker's never eaten McDonald's. Look at him.
I bet he likes. I bet he likes one of them shitty ass sausage breakfast burritos.
But all
That's
he
what
eats
John
is the
Cena-
sausage out of it. That's it. Protein only, dude.
Just he flops all that
Yeah.
shit off of it.
Yeah.
Just eats the
He just
tortilla.
picks up the sausage.
Just
That's it.
flops all the shit off and eats the tortilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other
Wow.
one. The other one.
That's weird. Why?
I don't know, but I thought that was really strange.
Huh.
The other thing that you guys will all relate to, and I know you guys are going to relate to this, but and the women maybe not so much, but guys can. In the men's bathrooms in any public restroom, typically you go in and you got 2, 3, 4 urinals, whatever, and then you have some stalls or whatever to go in and take your shit.
Certainly.
So the one I was in had 2 urinals, 1 stall for shitting in. Somebody is occupying the shitter stall. I go walking into the bathroom to go use, a urinal. I'm going to go have a piss.
Yeah.
And there's some old cat standing inside the bathroom waiting in line to get into the stall to have himself a shit.
He's got a
Instead of waiting
shit.
outside the door, he's inside the bathroom just standing there while this poor cat's in there trying to have some privacy to
That,
take a
dude,
shit.
that old man don't give a fuck.
No, he's literally just standing there, and then while I'm
Good
taking
for
a
him.
leak,
That's putting the pressure on.
yeah,
Like, work
Yeah.
now, motherfuckers.
he had to go. But if you got to go that bad, just shit in the fucking urinal. For
Oh,
all
well,
I care
let me
about.
ask you this. Let me ask
That
you
would have
this
been
question.
less weird to me than somebody waiting in line in the actual
I
bathroom.
tell you, if
Introspect-
that dude would have heard me, they'd have been like, I don't want to use that toilet no more.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'll go find another
Introspective.
one.
If you go in and there's already people in there shitting,
Mm-hmm.
do you just go ahead with your shit? Do
well,
you just?
if there's a second shit stall?
Yeah, I mean, if there's like 3 or 4 stalls, and let's say there's 4 stalls, 3 of them are occupied. Do you go to the 4th one and just go ahead and shit right with everybody in
Depends
there?
on what it looks
Yeah.
like.
Typically
No,
not.
No.
Typically
No?
not. No.
Because usually the 4th stall out of, if the other 3 are occupied, that 4th one looks real bad.
Well, and it's the handicap one, and there is a chance while you're in there shitting, somebody
somebody's
in a
come
wheelchair.
wheeling in. Yeah.
No, so like, what if you're in there to take a shit and somebody comes in to take a piss? Do you hold your poopies and farts?
Depends on how serious the situation is.
I don't give.
I'm gonna
a
agree with
fuck.
Luke.
No.
No,
I love.
I will go right into a Home Depot bathroom with 4 other fucking dudes and shit like we're in
Oh,
jail.
man.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
I love how
Don't bother me none.
mankind, you would
can't.
never sit down next to your buddy and poop, but a 3/8 sheet of plywood in between you two. Now it's totally
That doesn't
acceptable.
even touch the floor. Yeah, I can
Right.
see your shoes and hear your phone, dude.
Yeah.
got-
Oh, I've heard people in there playing their games and shit. That's for sure.
Well, a lot of people, want to drown that noise. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm in here to do the same thing you are. Quit being a bitch. Let's shit and go back to work. You're
Dude,
wasting time.
I just thought it was so weird because it was in a store at about 8:30 in the morning, a retail store, and I was picking up a couple of things, and there was nobody in the store. There's nobody waiting outside of
How
the bathroom.
old would you say that gentleman was?
70s.
So
8:30
he'd
in
been
the
up
morning.
since 3:30 in the morning drinking coffee and
Yeah.
had to shit.
And he was a farmer. It was a farm store. And
Gotta get them
he's,
overalls off and have you squirt.
but that's just so weird to me when there's no line outside of the bathroom.
I don't like when I go into a Jackson's when there's one shitter and make eye contact with the clerk. Because when I
Oh.
come back out, she knows I was in there for 20 minutes honking out a dirt snake. And she fucking I just know it's just awkward.
And now you got to buy something.
No, I don't even give a fuck about that, honestly. I just don't like the awkward confrontation.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
I'm gonna tell you a story, and it does not end well. It did no, it doesn't end well. So I'm cruising into Walmart Meridian and had a pretty serious fucking sewer pickle brewing. And fucking
You're playing
go
fucking
cruising
whack-a-mole.
in, and it was like, oh shit, this is this is an emergency, right? Like I'm damn near touching cotton. I gotta go. And so I'm not
Buff
looking.
and fabric.
I'm not looking at signs, nothing.
Right.
And I just take a hard right to the first bathroom.
Uh-oh.
And so, and again, not paying attention to urinals because that's not what I'm in there for.
That's right.
And I go straight to the only stall that's open. So I feel sorry for the poor lady
Oh, no, you
was
didn't.
in the stall next to me. Because, dude,
Did you tell her you were high-centered?
Dude, I gave her hell.
And at
right?
that
Gave her
Oh,
hell.
bitch, I'm sorry. Oh.
At that
so-
point, you're trapped.
She got the fuck out, right? I had no idea still, though, that it was a ladies' bathroom. Had
Like
no
a
idea,
fucking
right?
terrorist who come in guns a-blazing. Get down on the floor, motherfucker. She just ran the fuck out the door.
And so like I said, I'm handling my business,
Losing their scrolling
Kinda.
TikTok. Like,
recouping after pooping. And all of a sudden,
Recouping after pooping is the album title.
and it's right then I hear,
By the sewer pickle.
but Mama, I want to use the big bathroom.
Oh,
And
no.
seriously, just this terror had come over me, and I was like, "Oh my dear God!"
Yeah, now you're trapped.
That kid heard me shit.
And I'm like, "I'll wait it out. I'll
Yeah,
wait it out.
you're trapped.
Right? I'll wait it out."
Oh,
They'll-
you hadn't
they'll use
fuck,
the other one.
you haven't blown hole yet.
Oh no, I did.
Oh.
Like I said, I was recouping after pooping, and just
Oh,
And
you
then-
didn't want to
and
confront. You didn't
yeah.
want the
So
confrontation.
I'm like,
Gotcha.
I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna use the other one. No, man, they were outwaiting me.
Damn it.
Now it's a
I
standoff.
had no fucking choice, and
I'm
I
s-
just like
Oh yeah, no.
opened the door. I'm like, "Oops, oh my God!" and just bolted the fuck out. Didn't even get what I needed.
Oh,
I
hell
made a
no.
terrible
I
mistake.
said, "Fuck it." I went to Fred Meyer down the road.
Yeah, you damn right you did.
God damn it, man.
Yeah.
I
That
made a
was-
terrible mistake.
Haven't been back
The
to that
most-
fucking Walmart since.
I have not actually. That
If-
has been the most awkward.
Yeah, you gotta
fucking
wait it. You gotta wait it
frightening
out.
public moment in my fucking life.
Thank you for sharing that with all of our
Yeah.
dozen of listeners.
Really, everybody knows me a little bit better now.
I'm still fucked up from sewer pickle. Mm. Wow.
How about you boys? You have
wait,
any, you
wait,
have any weird shit this
I have
week?
one
or-
following question. Just a follow-up question.
All right.
If you go into a convenience store or an establishment where there's a men's room and a ladies' room,
Mm-hmm.
and the men's room's occupied and you really have to go, do you go into the ladies' room?
If I have to pee, yes.
Yeah.
You won't go in there to shat, obviously. You're not spending a lot of time. No, I will
It
go
depends
into
on the establishment.
like Slicks, man. If
At
I
Slicks, dude, I spend more time standing in line waiting for girls to come out of the guys'
Oh,
bathroom.
have you seen the inside of the men's room? at
Yeah, and the
Slicks?
ladies' room is really nice and
I
it
sure
smells
have.
really nice.
It's vintage Playboys and pictures of JFK. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's
just
fucking rad.
smeared all over the fucking walls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Billy and Sheila over at Slicks.
Did you see that somebody like vandalized the men's room there?
Dude, and they tore right through your president JFK, His Highness JFK.
I
Tore
didn't see
right through
that.
the thing, and he put it back together. No, that was a couple years ago.
No,
that happened.
recently. In the
Oh,
last
again?
like month or so, somebody vandalized it.
Oh,
Are
man.
you fucking
no,
kidding me?
they fucking
I gotta-
peeled some shit and
I'll donate a stack. I got a stack of vintage Playboys I've been saving for the occasion. I'll donate them over to Billy to rebuild that again. It'll be rebuilt the third time.
Wow.
Yeah,
Why?
people are
Just
fucked.
what is it about fucking alcohol that makes men want to destroy bathrooms?
in many ways.
Do you remember when we remodeled the monkey bar
Well,
bathroom?
that was only because we tried to reinstall the toilet that was loose.
And the sink.
Yeah, you got to pull them off
To put them
to
back
assess
on.
the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was leaking. We had to take a look. So we yanked that entire fucking cabinet.
Never mind turning the water off first.
We didn't know. We were in our
We
late
didn't know
30s.
where the turn-off valve was.
Psh,
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
like
we
a
were in our-
Three Stooges episode, just water spraying out of copper pipes.
By this time, we'd only been in the construction world for about 15, 20 years.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
who
didn't
knows
know.
where that stuff
Excuse
is?
me. I'm sorry.
Monkey
Help!
biz.
I need an adult.
I miss the monkey biz, boys.
Yeah.
Drove-
I miss things about
Drove
it.
past what it was the other day. That was
Yeah.
what Valhalla's loft.
Something
Jesus
like that.
fucking Christ, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it's a hookah bar.
No,
No, it
that was a
was.
couple.
It's a beer
Then it went
bar.
to beer and wine, and now I think it's a real bar now. I'm not sure. I think it's actual liquor bar. I'm not positive though.
Yeah, that place needs full remodel.
Yeah, actually, it needs fucking bulldozed to the ground and then rebuilt on the property.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of fucking termites holding hands. is what the half that motherfucker.
As soon as you get a break in that link, that fucker comes down. huh?
Holy fuck, dude! You'd plug an outlet in here and it would turn the light off over there.
Oh god.
That stage, we built that stage, but the fucking lid above the stage was always like black pond liner, fucking
And it was
drooping.
it was really low. I always felt bad for people like Lou that's tall. Jeremy, you're pretty tall.
Oh,
I was
dude.
fine. I didn't run a risk of hitting.
I
my
never
head.
Well, my
Speak
bass
ill.
always rattled shit loose, so I'm sure.
Oh
rattling
yeah, it had like a
asbestos and-
Shakey's
black
pizza
mold.
fucking stained glass soffit around it and
Fuck
shit.
yeah, it did. Fuck yeah, it did.
Good old days. We've been building a fancy fucking thing. It doesn't have Shakey's pizza and shit on it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it tonight. I heard you guys.
We
did
were out
more.
there. We were out there fabricating on it. It made me think of building the first cave, the very first one. That old carriage house on your property back in the day.
I love how we just moved the wall back like 3 feet every year until it finally became.
Until we were like,
full.
"Fuck this wall."
Well,
I guess
well,
we only did
because
that once,
we were
but-
practicing upstairs in my guest room, so we had to carry gear up the stairs.
that
in
guest
a-
room also, by the way, was like 6 foot by 6 foot.
Oh yeah,
Tiniest little.
yeah,
fucking-
with a bed in it, and we had to practice around that.
We didn't have drums in there though, did we?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think the bed was.
And
in
the
there, though.
biggest reason we moved into the cave and I built that wall to divide it in half was because Mikey's kick pedal got grease on that brand new carpet I'd put in. So we got kicked the fuck out.
Banished.
Yep. So we went down there, started with half a cave, and then like Lou said, the wall.
Yep.
Well, we can move this a few more feet, and then
more
it kept
room.
going until we finally just took it over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bought a shed. We built the shed to put all my garage shit in.
Yeah. I remember building that
Yep.
shit.
Yep. We built that shed and then fucking did a full remodel a couple times.
Yep.
Couple times. We did I'll say I did lots of drywall damage in there.
Oh fuck.
Yep, so
Well,
it had
we
to be
did-
redone and repainted.
We did fancy texture and finish and paint, beautiful wall sconces and shit. It was wonderful in there for us dumbass drunk fucking idiots to throw each other through and fucking like you remember like we made this
dude.
whole nice aesthetic for us.
You would always
and
hear.
we'd go in there and just
You'd always
fucking like,
hear going in.
oh god fucking
Oh, we had
And
a
I was-
competition one night to see who could stick the broom through the lid, through the ceiling, and hit a truss.
Yeah.
Because everything
Oh,
was
yeah.
so fucked off in there, we didn't have any clue where the trusses were. Nothing fell on like the layout it should be, and so we were poking holes with a fucking broom handle, trying to
didn't
hit the truss.
give a flying fuck.
No.
This room
Ventilation. That was smoke ventilation.
when we had just after we had hung the ceiling in this room, we had a party down here. What party was that? We had a party for something. My birthday? It was my birthday. And it told everybody they could draw dicks on the fresh sheetrock on the ceiling. There are literally 3,000 penises under that paint.
How many of them did you draw?
2,060. We would just be standing there talking, smoking a joint, and like fucking.
So it was
just
before you textured it?
Yo, yeah. Yeah, before I even taped it, we had just hung the sheetrock, and that was a fucking ordeal down
Oh,
here.
there's angle
If
after
you
angle
look
down here.
around here, there's like fucking 3,000 angles.
Yeah, that does not look fun.
It took 7 years and a budget of $65,000.
Yeah, perfect.
There's 76 sheets of sheetrock in this. 76? 72. How many sheets of sheetrock are in this room, Hyatt? You remember? You're back on the mic now. You've never went anywhere. 76.
Fuck.
It's an abortion, but it looks beautiful.
It looks good. That's
Yep.
why I'm trying to hire you.
We applied this beautifulness to our new studio too, though.
Fuck yeah,
I
I can't wait
cannot
to see it.
wait to fucking record some music in there.
Yep, coming soon. Next week, the rest of the gear will be showing up.
We're calling the new album "Recouping After Pooping" by the Sewer Pickles.
Yep, we're gonna have a song called Prairie Dogging. Fucking playing whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole's in there.
Little fucking Sewer Pickles DDS.
So we had a little topic here to get off the subject of poop and drywall, which is pretty much the same thing.
The
in
same
my opinion.
thing.
But I asked a question last week that said, all of us as musicians,
Yeah.
if you could have chosen or would have wanted to choose another position in music, other than Jeremy, you're playing guitar and you've played bass and juke, and Lou bass, Hyatt drums, and I sing. Like, but if you could have chosen back then and said, "Hey, I'm going to do that," and stick with that, what would it be? Something different?
Would it be like? Does it have to be like a traditional role in a band, or
Yeah,
just something
like-
musician wise?
Yeah, like typically, well, it doesn't have to be a traditional role, but if you could have done, something else, then like you identified your guitar player, Black Tooth Grin. That's
Sure.
your number one
Sure.
like label that is on you.
I'm a bass player too for
Right.
for Jupe. Fuck, I always wanted to play drums, but I'd never be good
There's
enough
pluses
at it.
and minuses to each position.
Sure.
Obviously, hauling gear is a huge one. Like I used to make the joke I should have played the flute or something because you could just fold that shit up and put it in a little
Fuck
tiny
yeah.
case.
Yeah.
Or the lead singer situation. Every single time we play a big show at the Knit or whatever, you get done, everyone's just amped. It was a really fun show. The lead singer gets to swan dive off into the crowd and
Never
go
be
get
seen
shots.
again.
Yeah, shots and girls and whatever happens because I don't know because the drummer goes backstage promptly and you spend the entirety of the entire next band putting away your drum set because they're pushing you out the fucking door.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it makes sense because they got to keep the gear moving through there. But yeah, and then and then you get done putting all your shit together and you run out there for the last two songs that the band after you's playing. And nobody even everybody's focus is up on the band that's playing. Nobody even realizes that you just came in from
totally,
backstage.
yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah, and that's part of why I ask it, because since I've been, a singer in Black Tooth for over 20 years, I mean, my position is typically pretty easy, and I'm not sure that I would have necessarily chosen, but something different. But initially, when I started showing interest in playing music, it's been guitar.
Sure.
I've always been like, man, I should have focused harder on playing guitar and been
Right.
a better guitar player. And I still try. I still play a lot and try to get better and better and better. But from my position looking out, I often wonder, like, would he have rather have been just a singer? Like, would Jeremy rather be a singer? Would Lou have loved to have played fucking guitar?
That's terrifying. The drums provide a wall between me and the reality of a bunch of people watching me, and even if it's psychological, it gives me a little something to hide behind. Walking out with just a microphone, I'd feel like I didn't have any clothes on. I'd just be like, "Oh God."
Well, I don't mean to speak for Lou at all, but I know for a fact Lou actually his endeavor into stringed instruments started with guitar.
Yep.
Lou, because I was playing guitar and I was like, dude, we should just fucking play guitar together and shred and shit. And we did for a while and shit. And then I was like, maybe fucking, do you have any interest in playing bass? We could, and fucking, so like there was an interest in playing guitar there for sure, dude. For you, I know that.
It was always hard because my fingers were super fat and I couldn't keep them off the other strings.
Fucking man hands. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, you got hands for bass, brother.
Jeremy's like, play this one. Here's these chords.
I honestly wish I would have learned. I know it sounds crazy, but let me give you a bit of a reason. Like modular synth, because I want to make scores for movies. And you
That'd
get
be
those
cool.
fucking bwah, and honestly,
Maddox does that.
yeah, dude. Honestly, and voiceover shit, man, like that kind of stuff
fuck
musically. If with the studio thing, we've been talking about it a lot. Like if we have the ability to just go out there and fucking get an email from thismovie.com or whatever, like,
Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
and be like, here, we need a score for this shit, and be able to just fucking blah, score together. That'd be pretty fucking neat.
Yeah. So I have, like, as a vocalist, I have a lot of worries, as I get older and things like that, because your voice, changes, it gets tired.
Sure.
You get to where, your
Fuck
lungs
yeah.
don't work as well. I mean, everything about being a singer is based on your physical health, your
Absolutely.
abilities. I mean, we've had shows, dude, where I've lost my voice, right? We can no longer continue.
I've
We've
been
had
there,
shows.
done that too,
we've had
man.
shows that I've done and sang them with strep throat, with
Well, and you and I were talking earlier about when you fucking get drunk and try
Yeah.
to sing, your voice does this thing where it's like push as hard as you can for
Yeah.
every fucking
and it does. So that's probably the one regret I have of not saying, okay, I'm gonna play guitar, because like when we went to the Willie Nelson concert, he couldn't sing anymore.
Oh,
Like,
fuck no. He's still. I mean,
you know, he's 4,000 years old, but
he was doing it,
he
but
really
he was,
couldn't do what he used to
He
do.
was not sustaining notes as long as Willie used to.
Yep, yeah.
But goddamn, if he wasn't still out there rocking and rolling.
Yeah,
dude.
but I mean, he's still, you know, he's still playing guitar and things like that. And granted, other musicians have issues, arthritis, things like
Sure.
that happen.
Yeah.
You know, but it's a legit like fear as I'm getting older, saying, man, I wish I would have played more instruments and learned more things,
Well,
because
your
what happens
body
when my
is
voice
your
is gone?
instrument,
Man, am I
yeah.
no longer a musician?
Nah, you just sing like Lemmy, brother.
Yeah,
fuck.
Fuck yeah, brother.
Yeah, that's
Just
it,
change how
that'll
you
work.
sing, man. Honestly, like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
You know, if I couldn't play arpeggiated fucking riffs anymore, I would just smash power chords. I'd still do the thing.
right.
What was it? We were talking about David Lynch earlier, and he said fucking one of the greatest things I read that he wrote was young screenwriters often worried that story's been told before, right? Just
Right.
like, so it applies to songwriters too and musicians in general. And David Lynch's reply was, it has been told before, but not by you. And
Right.
that was fucking profound with me. That really rung a bell. Like,
sure.
Yeah,
like
that's cool.
yeah,
Fuck
it
yeah,
has
dude.
been done, but like not the way you're going to do it. So as our bodies change, vocals. I mean, Lemmy sang like Lemmy sang for a fucking reason.
Yeah, meth.
Which and the other, the other side of that is David Gilmour, our beloved David Gilmour. That motherfucker
He's
to
still
this
doing it.
day sounds
Yeah.
exactly like he did in '73.
yeah, which is fucking amazing, man.
But he
And-
has taken care of his voice for fucking 50, 60 years. You know, like
Yeah, which I haven't, but you know, hey, we'll just we'll
we should
keep
all
trying.
take better care of everything.
Yeah, so
Oh yeah.
But at the end of the day, I really like the position that being at the back of the stage and stuff. There's a lot to be said for the spot. Aside of hauling crap, I love it. Like, I don't know.
well, I mean, you just bought that new vintage kit a few months
Luda
back.
win.
and-
Well, just I don't know. The whole question makes me realize how different scenarios are for each member of the band. I never realized how it's not a big deal for a singer to do those throw and go shows, whereas the drummer, you got to have every portion of your shit ready to throw it up there in 3 minutes time.
Well, and you have a bunch of people you've never met helping you move your shit, and you're like, no, don't grab it like that, or no, don't fucking push that off the
Yeah.
loading
Oh,
dock.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
a whole different
Watch your
experience.
knobs.
you
Watch
know?
your fucking knobs. God.
Right,
Ah,
right.
fucking. They always pick your head up like this, knobs to the belly, and when they walk, they're like fucking. Yeah.
Yeah, adjusting everything. And that's where, like, you know, we kind of had this conversation before the podcast earlier where as musicians that actually play instruments, you guys get a lot of money invested into it. I'm
Oh,
20
yeah.
plus years into being a vocalist, and I think I've purchased 3 microphones out of necessity. So technically, I would
You
be.
bought
and
the
a
Black Tooth PA head,
Yeah, dude.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
and
that's
the speakers.
part of what I like to do is like buy some PA gear and do things like
Sure.
that. But it's not very often. I mean, we had that Black Tooth PA head that we practiced with and played a lot of live shows with for 20 years.
I still have it.
Yeah. I mean,
It is. It's smoked. I was just told recently you still have the original Black Tooth Grin refrigerator. Is this
I
true?
do.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah,
Right?
a little tiny little guy. You can fit
Yeah,
an
dude.
exact 30 pack in
The
that.
thing's got some miles on it.
Oh my good lord! You'd plug it in and it'd fucking have to warm up to cool down.
Dude. So
A
that.
pop, fucking steam powered diesel.
So it's that little cube. You guys remember it's that little cube, and we got you painted some flames or sharpied some flames on it, and then we got stickers all over it. The stickers are all still on it. I'm pretty sure it still works. It's in my storage now. But that thing was used when we got it, and we got it from Jay, who got it used.
It always fucking spark when you plug it into the outlet.
Dude,
and
so
throw
that is
pow.
that is a
Jesus
that's
Christ.
a third-hand mini fridge.
Still running? Where is it? You still
it's,
have
it's
it?
in my storage unit. I keep threatening I'll bring it out here, but it's gonna stink the fucking place
No,
up.
you bring it out here and Stacy will throw it directly into the fucking garbage. I promise you
You
that.
can't. It's part of
You
us
can't
now.
be killed,
part
dude,
of
like
history.
a Christine.
Yeah. It will come back.
I got a mini fridge that I'm going to throw in the back of your truck when you leave here for your mini fridge collection.
Oh yeah, it seems like you're collecting them now. That's rad.
Yeah, we have another one at home too.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's
We
got.
have a fancy one out in
beer
the
in it.
studio now, huh? You can
Yeah,
see
dude,
through
you can
it.
see
Shit.
through
I
it.
know.
Except it makes haunted noises. We'll have to unplug it when we're recording.
It does. It goes fucking.
Drink 2 shots for those listening. I don't care what time it is. But the thing about the fact that Stacy's involved and we're in a different environment here now with Hyatt and Stacy's house.
We have to have nice
If that
things.
was a black tooth mirror 20 years ago, it wouldn't matter that you could see through it because you couldn't after one practice. It would have stickers all over it.
Oh, I've been
Jeremy-
threatening to put stickers on the
Jeremy
new window.
would have sprayed. I already got in trouble for that too.
Did you threaten to put
said,
a
"Can I
sticker?"
put one sticker on the window?" And I was pretty much told
Told to go fuck
fuck
yourself?
off,
Yeah.
fat boy, and got fired from Blacktooth.
We got a strict designer on this project, but it's paying off. It's look at it.
It does
out there.
look
Yeah,
nice. It does
Feels
look
like I should
nice.
dress nicer to jam out
I
there. You can't even
know.
call it the jam room anymore. It's
I
the
wore my
studio.
nicest flannel.
Lou-
I'm starting to dress nicer for this.
You've been
Yes.
awful quiet over there. Did I offend you earlier?
No, I'm just listening. Just listening. And I got here late, so I had to catch up. And, I'm just soaking it all in.
Fuck yeah, brother.
We still need ideas
You
for,
look
for
really
studio
chill.
names. I came up the other day
I'm
with
very relaxed.
with Tooth and Nail.
Tooth and nail.
Tooth and
Nice.
nail. I was thinking
What?
the crow's nest
What happened?
Oh,
for the studio name.
Oh, yeah. That's
gotta
good.
name it.
You
We
said the
name everything.
dentist office,
Gotta name
right?
Yeah, that was just me trying to be funny.
It could be the crow's nest DDS. So, I'm really fucking stoked about it though.
Dude, it turned out I took the first video of us busting through that wall on December 28th. So 21 days to get it basically a complete
About done.
complete studio.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it is.
so fucking cool.
I mean, yeah, I was like
Yeah,
21
man.
days. Shit, that's Blackjack Studio or something. I don't know. Pretty
Fuck yeah,
pretty
dude.
neat too. Like that was just us kicking ass. That's why we've been so whiny and sore.
Well,
I'm
I
not-
can't wait to get out there and fucking start recording for everybody, boys. It's gonna be fun.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I realize I can do the trades as long as I'm just not flooring people or ceiling people or wall people. But other than that,
Well, yeah, that's the whole fucking room. So as soon as Schmidt gets back from taking his piss, which he did well, we're 46 minutes in,
Yeah,
and
not
now
bad,
he's got to
not
pee.
bad.
So that's not bad. But I would like to get into. Oh, here he comes. I'd like to do album of the week, Lou, and,
Oh, yeah.
and tell some
Yeah,
tales
yeah.
about that. And then you've also brought the physical copy of last week's album of the week.
Yes.
And so
Yes, that's correct.
we're going to kind of double that up, and then I think we should go out and play some Black Tooth music.
did you guys see
And
That was a
get
good
ready.
idea.
Do a little recap of the episode.
Did you guys see Stacy's editing in the last episode?
Oh, dude, it's
Where
so
we
good.
pretending to hold the album up, and she popped the album into our hands.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I didn't
So
get-
I,
I didn't
I
catch
watched it, but I didn't get that far. I got past the Boba Flex poster, which was awesome. Good job.
Wait,
But,
we have a physical copy of that now, don't
Yes.
we?
Mhm, we
Yes.
do.
Lou,
And
I saw
because
you
of,
had
the,
some
of that, I
wonderful.
got one too as a gift. from
Because we
Nicole.
brought it up. Everybody should get a copy of Jar of Flies on vinyl.
Yes.
And Lou, you had one. You
Yes.
said last week you were pretty sure you had that in your collection.
Pretty sure. And
Oh,
here
look at
is.
it. Oh, boy. Ah. That is the album you put on when you're like, you know what? God damn it. And just every note of that album is perfection.
Well, there's a lot of stuff on it that's really, it's really slow, really kind of dramatic feeling. It'll make you feel a certain way.
A lot of Alice in Chains fans were like, what in the fuck is this? But a lot of us were also like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is this?
Yeah, you can just kick back and just chill to it. And
That's a
and
perfect album.
Even though it kind of sounds a little depressing,
Oh,
it
it's
actually
depressing
will
as
help
fuck.
bring you out of it.
No,
Like,
we listen to depressing music to get over depression.
exactly, dude. They're
what we
like,
do.
fuck, we don't have it nearly that bad. Listen to this shit.
So that was last week's album of the week. We did want to show you we did have a physical copy of it, not just being
Yes,
posers.
correct.
And Lou, you also brought this.
I did. Justin here, 3-4 weeks ago, had Deliverance by COC.
you bet I did.
And so, not
Great
to
album.
be left out, but COC, America's Volume Dealer.
Yeah. So that album I feel like was a lot more influential on Blacktooth in the early days.
Agreed.
We listened to
Still
the shit out of
influential.
that, dude.
I still rip off Pepper Keen and Woody Weatherman's riffs to this day. So.
Dude, they're fucking unreal musicians. But I can remember,
They-
we went to Salt Lake and saw them with Weed Eater and all that.
Yes.
And I can remember when Pepper Keenan and COC, they all kicked off on Diablo Boulevard on that. And that whole someone does. And we're standing right in front of him. And that album is fucking amazing. Plus, it's got 13 Angels on it.
Yep.
Which Black Tooth has covered many times.
That is a master work of a fucking album right there.
Checks all the boxes.
It checks all the.
2000.
Fun fact: COC is in pre-production for their brand new album right now. Have we talked about this recently?
We talked about Mike Dean
Has
leaving,
left,
but
and Bobby Landgraf
I
is now
saw
playing.
pictures of him with COC the other day on their post for going into the studio.
Are you sure it was Mike Dean?
Well,
Because I know Bobby Landgraf is now playing bass for COC. He was also playing bass for Down for a while. Long white
Yeah, yeah.
beard. Yeah, he's the one. It's like his little home studio from the pictures I saw, which is really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because it's like right serendipitous with our little recording studio and shit. Like
as it should be.
super inspiring to get out there and write some chart topping hits, boys. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah. So, Lou, do you have a favorite song off of that America's Volume Dealer?
Probably Diablo Boulevard.
Yeah.
Dude, just
Yeah.
jug some wonder. It's perfect.
It gets me.
Mine's still outside of 13 Angels because that song is really important to us. But I love Who's Got the Fire, man.
Oh, it's a
That's a
great
good one,
one
too.
Always, because we used to rewrite it and
Yeah.
sing "Who's
Who's
Got
got
the
my
Lighter."
lighter?
Fuck yeah, dude. This
Ah,
those days.
Diablo. I'm in love with a widow soon to be. It's fucking.
Now we got to go listen to it. We should cover it. Why not?
Why the fuck not?
Yeah, we'll do it. So this has been a good time, boys.
I've
lots
had a
of
great time.
lots of information about poop.
Oh man,
Yeah,
have
let's
you
do a
guys-
recap.
Too much.
Shitting.
I'm
Have you-
sorry about that. That's-
I'm not, dude.
Have
I'm
you
not
guys ever
talking about shit
farted
much.
standing up and then sat down into it?
Oh,
on
absolutely.
accident And be like, what? What?
No,
And it,
so
like,
here's what I do.
wafts into your nose.
I usually
Oh,
do
yeah,
that
it's
in a porta potty while I'm pissing in the piss trough, and then I rip a fucking stinky, and then I'm like, well, I have to shit now because all of that pressure's pushing poop out. So I sit down and I realize I just sat right in my fucking fart cloud, and I'm breathing that right into my lungs.
And speaking of sitting in a fart cloud, man,
Sitting in a fart cloud's the new album title.
By the
we
sewer pickle.
gotta cheers Pepper.
Oh, speaking of shitting in a fart cloud, hand us a beer there, would you?
And all of the hold on.
Sponsor us, Coors. I'm sick of fucking around with your shit.
Yeah, assholes. And talking about turds, fun fact about Pepper. Pepper, if he had a great shit, he would take a picture of it and send it to you.
Oh yeah, and you'd be like, "Oh, cool. Would Pepper
still-
find it?" Oh yeah.
I still remember. I still remember getting one from Pepper that said, "Fucking Pepto," and it was just this little
Little
guy.
deer pellet.
We were playing a fun little game I had coined Pootography for a minute, where
It was you, Pepper, and Curto.
it was me, Pepper, and Curto, and it got out of hand immediately. I fucking put the kibosh on that shit. No pun intended.
Shocking.
Because Kurt sent one that looked like he had shit out a small child that he had eaten.
Kurt named that one Nessie because part of it was still out of the water, and it was
dude,
it was like
know
the
what it
Loch
looks
Ness
like?
monster.
You know what it looks like? It looks like when a dog eats 35 feet of nylon rope and then throws that shit
Exactly.
Curto has openly admitted, "Oh, I only shit every 3 days." So,
up
dude,
because he only eats bacon.
It's 10
Yep,
Keurigs.
no veggies. No veggies whatsoever.
Kurt would look at lettuce and start going,
hey, real quick, about weak stomachs.
Oh no, just
Oh,
gag
yeah.
reflex stuff.
So, Hyatt's got a pretty weak stomach.
No, just gag
pretty
reflex.
weak my ass.
It's just gag reflex.
Oh.
It's my damn. Yeah, right before we started filming, I had a situation come up that made me cough a lot, and as soon as I send my stomach into that kind of trauma, I have to leave. The room.
Oh yeah, that's
the
not
room
gag
really-
reflex, man. That's just
Bad
a weak
news.
stomach, brother.
Maybe now that you're Black Tooth, you'll get chubby.
Probably not. I've been drumming so much.
That's true. He's getting like fucking 4 hours a day
I
of
know.
exercise.
I'm really fucking pissed off. I used to be the slimmest dude in Blacktooth.
not anymore, bud.
I fucking took the trophy from me.
Not anymore, bud.
No, that gag reflex thing is something special. If I'm cutting with like a it's skill saw or whatever, and I get a piece of debris in my eyeball, I
Yeah.
instantly start violently gagging. I'm not
It's
even
true.
kidding.
It's weird as fuck. That's gag reflex.
Do you have
Yeah.
like some kind of weird thing with your eyeballs? Can you not touch them?
No. I
Does
mean,
that
shit,
weird
if
you
I
out?
dig in my ear too far, it'll make me gag.
Oh, the girls both do it too. They each have their own little trigger. Squeeze this. If you start talking about anything liquid, oh, she's gonna plug her ears, dude. She will immediately. Have you seen the thing on TikTok where the guy fucking does it to his girlfriend? She has a thing where if he goes, "Hey babe," that, and she'll go fucking. Don't do it. Don't fucking. Please don't fucking do it. I just ate.
We were
Really?
on our way to a show to Strikers, and we were cruising down Franklin in the old band van.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bam.
Drove past
goes
some nasty fucking standing water that had been there for quite some time.
Yeah, it's in
It's-
the way pond out back of the
It smelled like a
cheese
clogged
plant.
drain in a bathtub.
Smelled
It
like-
did. It was awful.
Smelled like 2 trash cans fucking. Is what it smelled like. It was bad.
You know, you were having a hard time, but try being in my shoes, Lou. I was laughing at you so fucking hard I couldn't see to drive. I don't have much of a gag reflex at all, like weird smells, things like that. I mean, I think
Me
we talked
either.
about it,
Like,
but
there's
Curto
certain
threw
shit-
up in my ear one time, and
There-
it didn't bother me.
Oh yeah, like right into your fuck. We
Right
had
in
to
it.
pull over, and I caught a fish.
You did.
I was
catch a
riding
fish.
with you, luckily.
We pulled over. This is a fun story, real quick. Then, Curto threw up directly in your ear because we were hungover as.
And he had a he had a migraine.
Well,
too.
and we were hungover as
Yep.
Yeah.
from man camp,
Yep. Which we drank a lot.
and we were literally shitting
Ate-
fire out because of Jay's fucking awful tequila chili.
That's great chili.
No, it was great, but it hurt so much to eat it.
Oh, yeah,
So
stingray.
Curto fucking on the drive back down 55, fucking Curto barfed Technicolor fucking energy drink right into your fucking ear.
With the breakfast that I made for everybody before
Biscuits,
we left.
gravy, and Monster.
And the funny thing is, I just bought that truck, dude, and I remember whipping off the road, and Jay and Mikey.
We all fucking we pull over to the side of the road because there's barf flying out of you. I was following you.
Yeah, you were behind me. Jay and Mikey.
There's fucking barf flying out of the windows like the elevator scene in The Shining. Just like, fucking. What the fuck is happening? We pull over to 50 on the edge of 55 right there, right
Yeah,
by that
Rainbow
first-
Bridge.
right at Rainbow Bridge.
And Jay and Mikey jumped out of that fucking truck so fast. They
Wah,
were gagging.
wah,
They were gagging. I remember I climbed out, and Kurt's finishing his business there on the side of the road. And I
like, I'm gonna do it too.
I pulled a headband out of my back pocket, and I'm all like wiping my ear off with it, and I'm still
I think I
standing
got
there.
Marvin's brain.
Now, if you have
Jack
a weak stomach, everybody plug your ears for the next 10 seconds. But there was throw up dripping out of my ear, off of my earlobe,
Damn it.
and I'm rubbing Kurt's back like it's okay, buddy,
Fuck it.
because he's like on the side of the road,
So,
and I'm rubbing his back like it's okay, dude, it's leather, bro.
So what
We'll
do I
wipe it
do?
right off.
What do I do? I'm like, fuck, we got 10, 15 minutes. I fucking bait up a hook and go down and catch him.
Because fucking Kurto was jumping the river for you, dude.
I'm down there just fucking catching trout. Kurt's up there fucking fighting for his life.
So when we're in Maui, and I don't know if I talked about this, but Nicole, I wouldn't,
Shut up, you're scaring the fish.
I wouldn't do the scuba diving thing because fuck that. But Nicole was out there scuba diving, and this guy must have drank a bunch of water or got seasick, and he's out there snorkeling. They're all snorkeling, not scuba
He
diving.
just slurped it into his.
He's out there snorkeling, and so I see this dude sit up, and he's got his mask and his snorkel off to the side, and he's water's right here at his chin, and he's all, and he's fucking throwing up in the ocean water, and he's like trying to get his own throw up away from him.
Have you seen the one where the big fucking dog goes out in the pond water and swallows a bunch of water?
yeah.
Comes swimming back up, and it's all.
So this guy fucking yorks all over himself right there in the ocean. And what's funny is
He's
Nicole,
blowing throw up out of the top of his
Dude.
snorkel. Like a
looks
puke
like a
whale.
fucking garden hose with fucking Pepto coming out of it. Well, Nicole's like 15 yards away from this dude, and her face is in the water, and she's snorkeling around, and I'm sitting there in the boat.
I like your fucking. She's just snorkeling.
She was, dude. I'll send you
Snorkeling
pictures.
around.
I'll send you pictures of my little mermaid, dude. And she's cruising along, and dude, it looked just like this. Watch the video, but she's cruising, she's like this, and she's all like this, and this guy throws up, and you see her go. and she turns and looks at the boat, and she's all, that fucking guy throw up, and I'm all. So then
Poor
the
dude's over there fucking throwing up
then the
salt water.
the captain of this fucking boat, dude, he's all, don't drink the fucking ocean water, bud. To the guy.
Yeah, there's vomit
And
in it.
the guy's down there. He's like, that's what happens. He's all, and then he looks at this poor guy who is mortified, dude. He is fucking. He feels so bad because now there's 20 people watching him throw up on himself in the middle of the fucking ocean. He's throwing up out there, and all of a sudden, all the fish come fucking cruising up, dude. You got all these trigger fish, and the captain looks at him, and he's all standing there on the side of the boat, all fucking doing one of these, and he's all, you got a whole bunch of friends there, buddy. He's all, you're out there chumming them. And no shit, these fucking fish were coming out.
Oh, we gotta go, man. The sharks are gonna be here soon.
But I
don't
could
wanna hang out
have swore that Nicole had about a 250 horse Johnson on her fucking flips, dude. When she got back to the boat, she was like, across the fucking.
I
top.
have this beautiful picture of a guy just trying to fucking look at the little fishes in the coral reef, and he goes a little bit too far underwater with a snorkel, and fucking slurps that shit, and then throws it up back out of the snorkel like a fucking barf whale. Just fucking.
Oh man.
That shit's no joke.
God, we should call this episode the gross episode.
We just talk about things we all do.
When
Talk
we were
about
speaking
farts
about
and
whales,
poops.
you see the whale. I don't know if it was TikTok or what, but it was a reel anyway. And he was in this little aquarium, you know, it might have been SeaWorld or whatever. But he had shit in the water as he swam past a crowd.
Oh hell
Oh,
yeah!
yeah.
he did.
Circled back, and then jumped out of the water and splashed his shit whale water all over the fucking
Fuck
crowd.
yeah, he
Totally
did that
on
shit on
purpose.
purpose,
Oh,
dude.
that's
He
my
wants
kinda
to
whale,
be in the
dude.
sea.
Yeah.
He does not want to be in a tank. Put that motherfucker back in the sea.
Dude was a monkey in a past life.
Fuck, had to have
Dude,
been. He's
I-
throwing his shit at people.
I have a hard time with big aquatic sea life being in captive. I'm not.
I agree.
I'm not a Greenpeace dude or anything, but a fucking whale does not want to be in a tank.
No.
A dolphin does not want. A dolphin is like a fucking the pit bull of the sea. They just want to run around, get the fucking zoomies.
Get pet a little
A
bit.
dolphin will fuck you if you get too close. It'll fuck you. But yeah, I have a hard time with that fucking whale and
You know, they've said the same thing about
Whales-
Black Tooth before.
Black Tooth will try to fuck you.
Don't get too close to him. He'll try to fuck you.
And I also shit in my tank and flop it on everybody. Now, thank you for joining us, everyone. This has been Music and Mayhem.
The poop and fart and puke episode.
Did we cheers Pepper yet?
Oh,
We started to.
we started.
Here
to.
we go.
Yeah,
Cheers
Pepper
to
would
Pepper.
love that.
Pepper
Cheers,
loves
boys.
the shit. I stood in knee-deep shit with that fucker once.
Yes, you did.
You can't get it on. You can get it on you.
Just
Just
don't
don't get it in you. All right, I love you. See you next time.
Goodbye.
See you next time.